Welcome to my Quote of the Day series. I start my live content with a quote and a story about why it's important to me in the moment. I share my experiences in case it may help someone else on their journey. You never know when someone might need the message you share today. I also want to thank you for spending time with me, for subscribing if you choose, and sharing your stories too.
And the quote of the night is, "We do not remember days, we remember moments." And that's, I'm going to try my best, that's from Cesare Pavese. And it seems very fitting because, losing a pet like we just did, or losing a person, or aging, or, when you're kind of hit with memories, nostalgia, things like that, you're picking up on moments. I mean, very rarely are you going to remember a day in its entirety. You're going to remember pieces of that day or pieces of that time period or whatever. Like the vacation that my family and I took several years ago. And I couldn't tell you what we did every single moment of every single day, but I could tell you lots of the moments that happened. So like good things, bad things. We don't remember the whole day. We don't remember that day. We remember the bits. So I've been trying to focus on, the positive memories. Because our cat was aging, because he had health issues, there's a lot of recent kind of negative things, dealing with. If you've ever had an aging pet, then you know that, or an aging person even, there's a lot of things that come with, a body starting to decline, and you can focus on that stuff. So, especially when you're still dealing with it, but when you're dealing with the fact that they're gone, it's better to focus on those moments, the moment that you brought him home, or the moment that the first time he crawled in your lap, or the first time you cuddled and purred them, or when you were playing with them, or, he was such a smart cat, and he did so many, just surprising things over the years. I mean, we had him pretty much since he was weaned, and it hit my husband particularly hard because he's been home with him pretty much his entire life. My husband was working from home, and then he got sick, and then we had kids, and he's been the stay-at-home parent. So pretty much for the last 18 years, with a few exceptions, he's been pretty much with this cat for his entire life. And so I knew it was going to hit him particularly hard. I knew it was going to hit me hard because I'm always sad when we lose a pet. And he was the last of the 3 cats that we had. We had 3 of them at one point for many, many years. And he was the last one. So I told my sons that, we've talked about getting something maybe small, something in a tank or a cage or something like that. But because of the his name is Dino. Because of his health issues, we really can't afford to have another pet, partially because of the, taking care of him, but also the financial burden of it. It's I really don't want to do both at once. And then also, not that I think Dino would have gone after anything in a cage or a tank, except for maybe to play with it to death. But he was not an attack cat. But, I was we don't necessarily need that going on. It was just a lot. So I told my husband we'd take a break from cats and give it some time. And my boys have been hampering for a rat or a guinea pig or something like that. And we actually talked about a hedgehog, and then I found out hedgehogs are solitary creatures. So, but trying to focus on the positive things, dealing with the strangeness of not seeing him, and all the little moments it's going to get to you where you're oh, he's not there, or oh, it's not time for that, or, this morning not feeding him and giving him his insulin shot was weird. I looked at the clock and I was I have enough time to do X before 8:30 when I have to, oh no, I don't have to do that today. So, and then I was just like, okay, focus on the positives, like really, really get to those positive moments, just to work through the grieving process. So that is why the quote is the way it is today. That is why it's a little bit more somber than usual. And that's why I need to paint instead of Dreamlight Valley tonight, because A, tired, and B, making things and focusing your brain on stuff like that can be really helpful. So
thanks for dropping in. If you want to hang out, I stream live on Twitch and YouTube Thursday evenings and middays on Sunday. I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'll see you next time.